Good morning, good afternoon. Hope all is well. How is your afternoon doing? Well, it's another episode 183, season 8 from Dxtalks and Cryptotalks. We're more than happy to be here today and then join you with the latest of what happened this past week. We'll be joined by dear friend Shirin Van Dort in few moments. She's in the green room, just waiting for her to open the camera so she can join us. Meanwhile, I'll hope that uh, your updates and latest things that are happening in the space of Web3, blockchain, crypto is up. So it's a tough year, tough uh, so far legislation, everything that's happening. We have some nice roundup of news that is gonna be awesome. So let's check if Sharon is available with us and say hi. Hello. Hello. Can you open the mic if you can? She is not. Okay.
Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
Good, thanks. Now it seems like you can hear me. Damn, yay.
Can you try to put your mobile in landscape mode if you don't mind? I know it's
Like
gonna be
that?
tougher. So, okay.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know
I
what's
like that.
happening with the with the computer, but here we go. So just give me 1 second and 30 seconds, and I'll be with you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so here we go. We are back with our super guest, and she's live with us today. So we're more than happy to have her. Uh, of course, she's a woman. Of course, she's in Web3. Of course, we want more women, and we're launching in 3 days our second year women in fintech, blockchain, and AI. And we're super happy for that. And here we go. Uh, Tell us about yourself. Tell us what you do, and then let's take it from there.
Sure. Thanks for having me today. And it's really a great honor to have a man like you, who supports women and who empowers women, more women to join the blockchain technology in any way they can. And the last time when I met you, when you explained, that women or anyone who doesn't know the tech part of blockchain, it's not like so important to know the tech part, but from the business perspective, if they can bring any change or any new things or IRL things or the Web2 part of the business parts into the Web3 part, that's what matters, right? So when you said those words, like it really meant a lot. And then it kind of empowered me and made me feel like, yes, I'm in the right place and I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah,
So thanks for that.
I think our podcast is overdue, right? Should have done it long time.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
is.
So, cow,
Call.
CAW,
Yeah,
cow.
we
Yeah. What does it?
pronounce it
What is that?
as, I
Tell
mean,
us
there is
more.
no right or wrong. You
Yeah.
can pronounce it cow, you can pronounce it caw, but officially we pronounce it as caw.
Okay. So, what is cow? What does it do? Why is it there? And what's the mission that you're trying to promote?
Caffeine and women, it's, more about bringing the coffee, specialty coffee awareness, as well as the celebration of art, empowering women, the cultures of art, the cultures of coffee into one space using the Web3 technology. So that's how we are utilizing NFTs, into how do you say that, as a bridge to unite all these three different cultures. And at the same time, when we talk about women empowerment, we don't mean to be arrogant, and we don't mean to always speak about empower women, but also like we want to be heard by other women who might maybe need this empowerment, so that they can also find a little bit of confidence to join us in this quest of Web3, because we are still building, everybody is building on it, and we are still at the beginning of everything.
Yeah, it's very
So
important to
that's what.
understand that we are in the beginning of this wave. We're not late. We're just, it's happening. It's happening this time while we are there. It's not a technology we're missing. On the contrary, we are starting, and that's why we're trying to really empower more people in general and more women uh, to be in this space. And this is where one of your missions, I think, it comes in and then helps empower the space. tell us more. How can they join? How can they be part? What's happening events wise? Is it only UAE or is it gonna be Middle East or global?
Of course, the aim is always to go global, and but we start small. We start local, and then we will see where the wave takes us. Um, so for now, what we're doing is we're doing monthly meetups, and meetups are happening at the exhibition location where physical art pieces are displayed in Cypher Urban Roastery. Um, Other than that, um, we are working with a lot of artists at the moment. In our community we have around 148 artists, to be more precise, and they are mostly global, um, from around the world, from every corner of the world you can imagine. And I guess we are blessed, thanks to the technology
Yeah, I'm
that
just sharing your
helps us to
Instagram account.
unite.
I'm just sharing your
Thank you.
Instagram account. It's CAWMVMT. Join the movement. And as you can see, technology, coffee, traceability, women, it's all there. It's all being empowered. And as you see, and most importantly, is also art. And when I spoke to you the first time, I think it was something. It's like, okay, it was a very interesting concept of how you can bridge not just art, coffee art, and it's a old, it's not something new, right? Tell us more about the techniques. Uh, how did you come out on the coffee as art?
So I'm very passionate about specialty coffee, and I believe that specialty coffee needs to be like much more famous and popular than a normal coffee, because the normal coffee days are, that used to be back then when there was no technology, no education. And right now we have advanced in the coffee fields. So all these big brands like Starbucks and Espresso, they have input a lot of money back into the education of specialty coffee of the farmers and stuff, where they were able to apply their education into improving the coffee taste,
Okay.
the coffee that you drink today, basically the way it tastes. And right now coffee tasting is also becoming very popular. So if you're aware about wine tasting, whiskey tasting, cigar tasting, and specialty coffee is also something that brings you another experience of coffee tasting. And for the opening of our first NFT exhibition, which is a physical NFTs, we did a coffee tasting session as well, and it was very, very interesting, and very exciting moment for me, because this was a day where my vision came alive, basically. And it took 1.5 years to reach there, to get there.
I think it's very interesting, discussing this on how it's gonna be, and how it came as a reality, something. And as you can see down below, this is the link. Do join account, and definitely do join the movement. When I was in Indonesia, I had an exquisite coffee tasting using special genes from monkeys. I think that was one of the most interesting experiences, and I think it was the most expensive experience coffee tasting uh, I ever I ever attended to. Even though I've been in a lot of different tasting, if I can say, that was the most exquisite one that I experienced. I think it's something. Coffee itself is something. The art that you're doing, the mission, all that all together. coupled, I think it's a very interesting thing where we can benefit from. Uh, Before you leave, I don't want you to leave now. How, you know, people, you through your first art, or your, not just your first art, your first tasting, your first, what's next for the brand or for the movement, let's say?
Yeah. So you know, like the way we started was we started online. Without the online existence, you can't really show people what you're thinking about, right? So our first launch was coffee paintings. So we launched our coffee paintings as digital NFTs in collaboration with Nifty Souk.
Okay.
So that was the first kind
That's how I
launch.
got to know
And
you, right?
yeah, yes, that's how we met, actually, thanks to Nabil. Bless his kind soul. He's like such a very supportive, another women supporting guy that, you know, that we have in our circle. So that was our first collection, and that we're gonna have only 24, you know, NFTs that's gonna exist overall from coffee collection, and it's called Coffee Arts, and it starts with CAW, coffee, and that was like a coincidence that, you know, our brand name, Caw, and coffee, it kind of, you know,
Ring a bell.
goes very well together as one. And so, as a Genesis collection, we will be sticking to 124 NFTs that are real art pieces that are brought by, you know, completely different artists. And another 100 art pieces are going to be only like acrylic paintings, physical paintings, digital paintings, all kinds of different um, art styles, and they're already live, actually. We have these two collections. One is Coffee Arts, which is coffee paintings, right, there, that are only 24 pieces. And Canvas Co is the name of the second collection, and those are the colorful art. Yes, that's the page.
Yeah.
um, So Canvas Co, we have launched it on foundation, and I think I'm gonna just stick to foundation because what I like about it is made for traditional, or how do you say, one of one artists,
Yeah.
this platform. And this is what I really like, and they keep it very clean and neat, and the you can sense the art culture within this platform as well, because you have all
Because
these
it's an
amazing
based,
artists.
right?
Yeah, it is an NFT marketplace.
Yeah.
And also, like within the foundation platform, everybody can follow each other.
Okay. And this is another screenshot from the
Yeah, this
canvas.
is the second collection.
Very interesting, I think. The art even is like kind of interesting.
Thank you. So, what we did is here, because we are trying to um, empower women. So every art piece that you will see, it's a female portrait, and every female portrait has a very different mood when you pay attention, because every one of them has their own story, as every artist, you know, came up with their own storyline. And
Okay.
we have had some collectors who are women, and they kind of personally connected with these pieces, and they were like, oh my god, this piece really is telling my story, and I really want to have this piece with me. So that's like, yes, this is what I want to hear. I want to hear that, you know, that art speaks to you, that you find interesting, something interesting, you know, that connects to you, that speaks to you. and then you are the collector of this piece. And I mean, the next step would be all these collectors. I'm gonna arrange another specialty coffee cupping. We call it coffee cupping, but you can also call it coffee tasting.
Okay.
So during the cupping session, it's like you cup the coffee with the spoon, you slurp, and then you spray it all over your palate, and that's how you taste the coffee. So it's not.
I hope it's gonna be in October, in that busy month of things that's gonna be. We're waiting for October because so many events that's happening. It will be nice to have in between something, joining coffee and networking in your event. We have right now 128 people live. What's the last message you want to send to them?
So the last message I want to send is we will be launching generative art pieces as NFTs. So there will be limited number. We didn't decide yet, but we're thinking to go with 3,333 because if you look up what this number stands for, Chinese people are very much about numbers.
Yeah.
So it has a meaning. And other than that, I would like, to see the light where these NFTs will reach amazing coffee lovers who will join us on this mission. Please follow us, stay tuned, and let's, keep in touch.
Definitely. The link is, as you can see, it's here we go. Caffeine and woman.art. And I shared it in the description. I will share it again. I shared it in the chat, share it in the description, also the Instagram account. And if you don't mind later on sending me the the marketplace address also with your so that we can also put it part of the description below so that people can know more or understand more and maybe purchase some to support more women. So with that, I'd like to say thank you. I'll leave it to you for the last 30 seconds and then we'll continue with our.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me, Rudy.
My pleasure.
We'll see you soon again.
We'll see you soon again. Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, as you saw, coffee and women, two items dear to my heart. Let's start with our news. So, yeah, Tay unfortunately is stuck in one of those airports. C'est la vie, right? And we will continue. So, as it shows, don't forget, right? So, as usual, the crypto fraud alert. Uh, we're always trying to protect our people, our participants, make sure that you are really safe in your investments and how you get your crypto moving. It's not an easy thing today. We're bombarded with a lot of um, trials, fake emails, fake links, people hyping out. So always make sure, or if even impersonating, this world never stops amazing me on a personal side. So to a point where I did consider myself as a cybersecurity expert, but I did fall also a victim of fraud. So with that, always do watch out, especially the names and how things are, um, you know, they can be. So from that, we'll move into the events. We're happy to be partners with Global Blockchain Congress with their event in July 24th, also in the digital transformation space, and Metagate. Metagate is happening possibly in September. If not, it will be in uh, January. Also, we're more than happy to partner with Tech Summit, Blockchain Expo, and much, much, much more coming up. Uh, this month has been really, we just started with, I think, 12 days, but we had a lot of new partnerships and new businesses and new events happening in the world. So the first news coming directly from Dubai, which is public record of licensed virtual assets provider, is now we can see them online. So VARA issued their the VARA in Dubai, Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, is working heavily in Dubai trying to regulate the market from different aspects. Sorry for that. So now we can definitely see these service providers, and this is a very good transparent step. We've seen what happened this past week with BitOasis getting removed license from VARA due to non-compliance. So we're gonna be waiting as per the response of BitOasis that they are working closely uh, with VARA to get reprimand their license and get it back working. We don't know what's the why it happened, why something happened in the regulation, and then now it is delisted. My good friend Matthias Mende, it's funny, I was joking with him that BitOasis goes out and Bonus comes in. So Bonus is now also listed on VARA last week. So there's a lot of new updates and new companies now being more and more regulated, giving primary certificate of testing, trying to see how will because this whole field, let's consider this as a sandbox. This whole field is new. This whole field is, we're in a learning curve. Was it from us or from regulators, especially on regulators? Deepak is working hard and the other team is working hard in VARA, but we all need to learn on how to regulate this all together. And this is where they are doing step by step regulations. So it's really important understanding what's happening in UAE and VARA and related to the public records, and most importantly, what happened last week. This is a very good lesson for all licensing companies that wants their license. We'll move into scammer pose as crypto Twitter users on threat and as sign up nears. So there's a lot of things happening on Twitter space, not spaces, Twitter in general. There's a lot of imposter accounts on threads There's a lot of imposter accounts, of what's happening on threads now, with the ease of how they can directly create an account. So scammers are welcomed always, and they work with uh, there's such fast ways, trying to see if there's a new trend or so many other things. And this is where scammers come in and jump in, trying to scam people, believing that those are legitimate accounts. So be careful also receiving accounts in under my name or under the name of somebody else, saying that this is an official uh, thread account. I'm still trying to promote or pronounce Threads account versus Twitter. Anyway, so trying to impersonate myself or any other person, that they are traders or they are launching or they are handling investments, similar things that we usually uh, always make sure that you don't fall. We'll move on to the big halving. Bitcoin miners prepare for token rewards reduction. So we're almost 1 year away from the Bitcoin halving. And this is a very crucial step in the world of cryptocurrencies, in the world of decentralization, and especially in Bitcoin. This is a crucial step, stepping down from almost 6 point something Bitcoin to 3 point something Bitcoin as a reward for miners. And this is, the supply is gonna diminish. So what's gonna happen to the miners? Are they gonna have their is it gonna be lucrative for them? Is there gonna be options? Is it gonna be continuing? Are they gonna be in there? We don't know all of this. What we know for now is the Litecoin halving is happening next month in August. That will be kind of our first user case or test case, understanding how the halving will work. We've seen it witnessed. It's not the first time, but with the diminishing of the rewards, how the users gonna behave, how is it gonna be? Are they gonna be more involved now on the transaction based? Are they gonna be more involved on different things? Any updates? Any new things? Any new ways similar to the Bitcoin ordinals upgrade or update? Are they gonna be new things now? We don't know. We have to really wait and see. And this is where the Bitcoin miners are really have to make some sense. And we have a big milestone happening next month to really understand how things are gonna progress. And as we know, Bitcoin price plummet below 31. Experts predict further decline. On a personal side, I'm still waiting under 20K. Yeah. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot the messenger. Right now, it's on 30,433. For the last week or so, it has been maintaining between 30 and in 30,000. So this is kind of the trend of what's happening for the last week. There's a lot of hype on the price falling more due to regulations, due to network congestion, due to people, due to FOMO, due to so many other whales. There's a lot of factors, as you know, and regulations, and most importantly, currently regulations. And we don't know what Gary Gensler is cooking behind the scenes for maybe another round of more fines or more SEC charges. But he's been good for the last 2 weeks, so we don't know what's happening. There's some I don't call them parliament. They're calling for him to step down. So there's issuing new papers and new calls for resignation. Or let's wait and see what's going to happen also with Gary Gensler, because he became part of the price of crypto and specifically Bitcoin. But for me, I'm still bearish on the price. I don't see an uptrend until next year. But again, don't shoot the messenger. Uh, Another one is fighting fraud and unlocking a new Web3 horizon. Uh, Today, it's really, we understand, we just saw one of the use cases of Web3 with Shirin on the co initiative Women for Coffee and Women. So I think it's a very interesting use case. We need more of those use cases, and we need more uh, to understand the new updates on this. So most importantly in my books, and this is why we always start on our episode, is fraud, and we need new tools for fraud. We cannot take anymore what's happening. It's becoming too buggy, it's becoming too massive. There's a wrench attack now, new word that came out I wasn't aware of, last month. So now there's new things that are happening in this space. So we don't know, how the fraud is gonna take, but what we understand more precisely is we need more and more control. So let's wait and see how will this gonna be ending in the end. What we're doing is part of, supporting the network, supporting the crypto ecosystem, especially in the Middle East and North Africa, for you to be able to trade safer, transact safer, create in a safer environment. So that's the news for today. And I'd like to thank again our guest, our esteemed guest, joining us today with some technical difficulties, but she made it. There's a lot of different things. Please be careful in your trading, understand how the market is shaping, and limit your loss. So don't forget to subscribe, share this video, like, and support us. This is the only thing we really ask you to do. So with that, I'd like to wish Tay good travel. Thanks again, our dear friend and supporter, uh, and on the initiative that she is doing. Don't forget to join. We have the links in the chat. I'll put them in the description. Is Instagram.com. Here we go. CAW movement. Join the movement, and the website is caffeineandwoman.art. Last but not least, this is the, yeah. So with that, I'd like to thank you, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget to join the movement. Have a good one.